You will eventually be able to do things you never ever thought you could do, and you will be able to overcome things on your own. Hello there, my name is Niamh and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, I upload videos twice a week, every Tuesday and every Friday, so you should always stick around and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure that you have that little notification bell turned on so that you get notified every single time I upload a new video. So today I am back with another mental health chats video. It's the first Tuesday of December, first Tuesday of the month, and I'm thinking this is when I'm going to start uploading my mental health chats videos. Oh my god. Okay, anyway, let's just roll through it. I'm thinking of doing one of these a month, and I'm thinking of uploading them on the first Tuesday of every month. So that'll be like my first video that comes out every month. I don't know, what do we think? I'm gonna give it a go. So you'll have one of them a month. First Tuesday of every month shall be my mental health chats day. Yeah, I don't know, we'll try it out. Anyway, on to today's topic. We are going to be talking about counselling slash therapy, whatever you like to call it, and I'm just going to basically talk about what I have learned. Yeah, and I hope you benefit from this. So it took me many years to go to counselling when I kind of knew all along it was something I could benefit from. Looking back on it now, I reckon I could have done with counselling from like 5th year in school when I was like 16, 17, but I didn't really know it at the time. I suppose when I was younger, there was, I think a lot of people can say this too, that like there was almost this taboo around counselling, around therapy. Like it was like if you needed it, like you were crazy, let's say, or you were like sick, something was wrong with you, and that just was what it felt like for me. Like, I don't know, I didn't feel like I was the person who needed counselling. I totally was, but at the time I was like, that's not for people like me, that's for a negative word, you know, like I don't want to be like, oh, it's for weirdos, whatever, but there was just negative vibes with it, let's say. I don't think that makes sense. Anyway, what I'm just trying to say is that it took me years to do. I was in 2nd year of college maybe when I was talking to one of my friends just about life, how I was feeling, how I felt I could do with counselling, and she was like, why don't you go to the free counselling in college? I went to UCC, University College Cork, and they offered free counselling service when I was there. I hope they still do. And I will say I went like a couple of times. I really just focused on one topic. I think I was struggling with college itself at the time and like what I wanted to do and stuff. I think that's the main thing I focused on. Like there was so many things I did not talk about, and yeah, it was probably good for me to do at the time, but it wasn't the type of counselling I needed. I felt long term I didn't really benefit from it. So then in November of 2018, a lot of kind of bad crap happened to me, like just like bam 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 bam, like life was just throwing so much shit at me, and I was just like, I'm done, I can't do this anymore. And I was just like, I give up. I was like, I'm just gonna go day to day, not really caring about anything. I was like, 'cause I'm done. I was like, I can't do this. And I went then in December of 2018, so 2 years ago now, I went to my GP about a health thing. Then she was like, is there anything else you're here to talk about today? And I was like, I'm really sad. I was like, I'm so sad, blah blah, and I just bawled crying to her, and we were just like talking for a while, and she was the one who suggested the place I'm going to now. We did talk about medicine, like we did talk about antidepressants and stuff for me. She was like, I don't think we're gonna get to the point where you will benefit from them. She just thought my situation was all kind of like socially, well, I can't remember, what did she say? That like she felt I had the support in my life to get through what I needed to get through without going on tablets or medication for it. She recommended me to go to this counselling place, but again, it took me a further 2 months to actually make the phone call to make an appointment. Like I was terrified, so scared, but I did it, and I have been, so I started in February of 2019, December 2020, I'm still going. And yeah, I just want to talk about some things that I have learned. Maybe this is your sign that if you have been thinking of going to counselling, therapy, maybe this is your sign to make that phone call sometime soon, or maybe this is just your sign to reach out to a friend, reach out to a family member. I just want you to take away something from this. But yeah, let's get into what I have learned from going to counselling. So I should say as well, the counselling place that I go to, they kind of focus off CBT, cognitive behavioural therapy. I feel like they integrate it very smoothly. Like I don't feel like I'm in CBT, I just feel like I'm having a conversation with my counsellor, do you know, that kind of way. But I have many benefits from going there. So yeah, the first thing I've learned is that it is 1000, a million, 100 billion% okay to go to counselling. It's okay to need it, and it is absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing. You should not ever feel shame for going to counselling, for saying that you need help. It's 100% okay to do. You do not need to feel one bit bad about it. So if you do, please don't, because it is okay. It's so okay. The next thing is that you'll never be cured. I thought there was something wrong. I thought it was going to be like going to my GP, that I was like, here's what I'm feeling, and he'll be like, here's what you do to fix yourself, bam, you're fixed. That's not how it works. With learning that I wasn't someone that could be cured, I learned that I didn't need to be cured. You don't need to be cured, because mental health is something that will follow you through your life. I believe that you will go through good phases and bad phases, and in the good phases it's great, enjoy them, live through them. When the bad phases of mental health come about, counselling has made me realise that I have the tools to get through them and to overcome them. I've never needed to be cured. No one ever needs to be cured, because there's nothing wrong with you. Like I thought something was wrong with me, wrong with my brain. There's not. I'm just wired this way, and that's completely okay. And through counselling, as I said, I've got the tools to get through the bad mental health chapters in my life. The next thing is, it can be incredibly tough and very hard at times. I know this is probably an obvious one, but I didn't realize how tough some sessions would be till I went through them, went after them. You kind of end up bringing up topics you didn't even know needed to come out. Like not so long ago, I had an absolute meltdown over the dentist and orthodontist. I had all this trauma inside of me that I did not know needed to come out, and we just spent a whole session on, like I went in there ready to talk about something else, and then next thing just kind of dentist came up and I was traumatized. Like, so it's really tough and really can be very unexpected sometimes, because you never really know what needs to come out until it's there coming out and you're sobbing. Like some sessions may take it out of you, like oh my god, there's definitely been one or two that I've come out of, and like maybe Dave would have collected me or something, and I've just been like I can't talk, because it's just exhausting, and the thought of bringing it up again is just like no. If you are thinking of going, be prepared for it to be incredibly tough, but you'll get through it. Absolutely get through it. The next thing is, nothing happens overnight, and things take their time to get through. Okay, I thought like, yeah, I'll go for a few sessions, I'll be fine after that. No. Combating your mental health takes time, and it takes effort, and it takes work. It's not a case of you go in there, you say what's wrong, they tell you what to do. Nah, there's so much to work through. From my experience, there's so much to work through, and it takes time. It doesn't take a couple of days. I mean, here I am, I'm almost going there 2 years, and I'm still feeling the benefit from it, you know? So nothing happens overnight, and it is hard work, and just it takes its time, but it's good. I'm going to read the next one because it's 3 lines long, and I just want to get it right. So it is, you will eventually be able to do things you never ever thought you could do, and you will be able to overcome things on your own. There's many things that I never ever thought I'd be able to do, never even thought I'd be able to talk about, but you will learn. You are so capable, like you're so capable, and you're so amazing. And I mean, very recently we have been talking about how much progress I have made, because I was off on a tangent, being mean to myself, just all this kind of stuff, and next thing I came back in with like how I can help myself and saying all these things. And my counsellor, he was just like, when I kind of was finished everything, he was like, I have nothing to say to you. He was like, because you just said everything I was going to say, and you start to learn that you're able to overcome it by yourself. I mean, there was a time when I never ever thought I could get through my bad mental health patches, you know, without needing support, when in reality I'm my biggest supporter, I'm my biggest best friend, and I can help myself through things, and this is something I never ever thought I'd be able to do, but you can, and you will. The next thing is, it's okay to cry no matter the amount. So I always thought crying was a bad thing. I always thought crying was a sign of weakness, but I have learned, especially through counselling, that I cry when I'm feeling any bit of an emotion more than normal, if you get what I mean. Like if I'm feeling really sad, but like really sad, I cry. If I'm feeling really frustrated, I cry. Really angry, I cry. My default is crying no matter what emotion I am feeling. If I'm really happy, I'm sobbing. Like I'm a crier, I'm emotional, it's part of who I am, and that's completely okay. It is completely okay, because I was always just so like ashamed of crying. Like I hated that. Like I can't really have a I can't really have a conversation. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I can't be confrontative is the word, is it? Oh my good god. Do you get what I'm trying to say? I can't confront someone or confront myself without crying. I think that's what I'm trying to say. What I'm just trying to say is it's okay to cry. No matter how much you cry. If you cry all the time, it's completely fine. It's how you express yourself. It's fine. The next thing, and this is something I struggled with for a very long time, but it is okay to go back if you've taken a break. It's okay to admit you need that help again. I think I have a whole mental health chats video on accepting you need help again, and I do touch on this a lot, because I stopped going back in March when like the full-on lockdown came in, and I was like, I'll just cancel it, like it's fine, I don't want to bother doing it online, it's totally fine. And I went through like the whole summer being like, yeah, I'm fine, and it came to a point where I was like, yeah, I need to go back. And it was so tough to admit that I needed to go back, because you know, I did feel like I got everything, I got this on my own, I can totally do this. I just needed a little bit of help again, and that was 100% okay. So it's okay to feel like you have failed yourself in a way, but by realizing that and by admitting you need to go back, you're already like winning. Do you know what I mean? You're fab. And the last thing, because I've been talking for a very long time and I'm like, what? But anyway, the last thing is that it's long-term good. My friends don't get that. I kind of came up with this thing where like long-term good, what am I trying to say? We say long-term good, and counselling is a long-term good thing. So yeah, short-term it can feel really crappy, like from week to week. It's daunting going in there, it's exhausting going in there and bring up all these emotions, bring up all these feelings and memories. Day to day it can just feel like you're going nowhere and you're not getting anywhere. And the next thing you look back at the last 2 years and you're like, look how freaking far I have come, look how much I've done, look how much I've overcome. And you realize it's long-term good. I'm trying to say it's good in the long term. I'm sorry, my English is very bad, but I don't know, I like the saying like long-term good. Like if something might be tough in the moment, just remember that it's going to be really good in the long term. I don't know, maybe you'll think that way. Anyway, okay, we're done. we're done. Okay, I hope you found this video helpful, found it beneficial. I hope you get what I'm trying to say. I just wanted to share my experience with counselling and share the benefits and everything that I've learned. I personally think everyone could probably benefit from counselling at some point in their life. I don't think there's any human who will sail through life. No one's like that. You will always have some kind of battle to overcome, and I think counselling can really help you through it. Also, just want to say I'm aware that that it can be quite expensive. I will full on say I spend €60 a session. That's a decent amount of money. So I do get that I am very privileged to be able to pay that every week, every 2 weeks. Like I'm very grateful that I can do that. So I am aware of that, but there are sources out there that are free. I'll try find a few links and I'll leave them in the description down below if you do want to check anything out. But yeah, I do think counselling can really benefit you. And again, if this can be your sign, if you were thinking of going, or if you just need to chat, my DMs are always open. Like you can always message me and I will try my best to help you out. Or else it's just maybe your sign to go chat to a friend, chat to a family member, colleague, anything like this, and you have got this. You will get through it and you will be amazing. amazing. Okay, that is everything. That's all I have got to say. I do hope you enjoyed this video and that again you got something from it. That's all I ever want, especially with my mental health chats videos. If you did like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I shall see you when I next see you.